An extremely rare occurrence coming to this generation will not occur again for the rest of the 21st century, as predicted by the United States Space Association, NASA, namely the phenomenon called four blood moons, which are four lunar eclipses beginning in 2014 and stretching through the end of 2015. Also included within the unique pattern are two solar eclipses. In fact, one of these solar eclipses is predicted by NASA to occur on March 20th, 2015, with the third red moon of the four occurring just 2 weeks later on April 4th, 2015, both of which I'll expound on in a moment. But first of all, Hebrew researchers identify both of these 2015 eclipses as occurring on Jewish holy days, adding major significance to the scenario. Specifically, the solar eclipse being on March 20th, 2015, is the first calendar day of the Jewish New Year, with the third blood moon lunar eclipse being 2 weeks later on April 4th, 2015, which is another Jewish holy day, Passover. This rare scenario in March and April of 2015 adds tremendous anticipation in today's end times and cannot be discounted, particularly since blood moon and solar eclipse patterns on Jewish holy days have fallen on or near landmark dates in Israel's own history, like Israel's rebirth in 1948 and Israel's Six-Day War of 1967 and the destruction of Israel's two temples in 586 BC and 70 AD. But the key sobering point I'm going to spotlight here and expound on is that NASA's two eclipses in March and April of 2015 are an exact 100% match to Revelation chapter 6 verse 12, which specifically states that just months after the 7-year tribulation begins, then the sun will become blackened, meaning a total solar eclipse, and the whole moon will become red, meaning a total lunar eclipse, with the blood moon effect. Incredibly, this means that if NASA's predicted eclipses for 2015 prove to be the actual fulfillment of Revelation 6:12's two eclipses, then the start of the final 7-year tribulation will have already begun by April of 2015. This is a highly feasible scenario in today's end times. Also, in considering NASA's eclipses and their potential fulfillment of the two eclipses of Revelation 6:12, then three other significant keys must be considered. Number one is, even though NASA states that this 2015 scenario will not occur again for the rest of the 21st century, believers should remember that God is not limited to NASA's predictions or schedules and is able to create solar and lunar eclipses anytime he wants. Number two is that if NASA's two eclipses of March and April of 2015 prove to be Revelation 6:12's fulfillment, then that would place the actual start of the tribulation anywhere from early 2014 to as late as the first months of 2015, being just weeks before these two eclipses would occur in March and April of 2015. My third point deals with Israel's coming one-day war of Ezekiel 38 and 39, rightly called World War III. End-time prophecies show this will also occur after the tribulation starts and at the same timing of Revelation 6:12's two eclipses. Here again, this lines up with NASA's March and April 2015 eclipses and correlates with Israel's history of eclipses falling on Jewish holy days and relating to Israel's landmark events. In closing, it's crucial to look at another major prophecy which is actually tangible and visible today, namely the next end-time event to occur, which will be the signing of a 7-year agreement by Antichrist, being the papacy of Rome, and Israel, which will start the final 7-year tribulation. In fact, extensive and unprecedented negotiations are in process right now, as shown in great detail and clarity at Heisnear.com. This is the number one key to watch at this point on, and is based on Daniel chapter 9, verses 26 and 27. And when looking closely at this major prophecy in plain view today, then it's clear that the final 7-year period could virtually begin even sooner than what has been talked about here. But in terms of knowing with 100% confidence that Christ is truly near, then Jesus' own words in Matthew 24:33 provide the greatest wisdom. His instruction deals with all end-time prophecies occurring together and globally in scope, exactly like they are right now. He said, when you see all these things, then know he is near, even right at the door.